We're starting lesson 13 in the Hebrew primer Mayim. It's on page 43. Today we're going to learn 3 letters, and we'll get credit for 2. And this is the next to the last time that we'll be introducing letters. There are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, and by the time we finish today, we'll have learned 21 of them. There's a special word for an alphabet like the Hebrew one that doesn't have any vowels. All the letters are consonants, and it's called an abjad. An abjad is an alphabet that it has no vowels. The word abjad comes from the first 4 letters of the Arabic alphabet, which are kind of like the first 4 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. We have Aleph, Bet, Gimel, and Dalet. So we have abjad, we have A, B, and J is kind of like G, same letter, and D, Dalet. So on page 43, we learn a letter that depends on what kind of class you're in. You might call it Kof. If you're in a biblical Hebrew class, you'll call it Kof. And if you're in a modern Hebrew class, you'll call it Kuf. It goes K. The sound is K. The script and the block are about the same. If we have the line on paper like this, script is about like that, and the block, pretty similar. It goes K, Kuf, Kof. So let's write it a couple of times. K, or you can say Kuf, 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 Kuf. Try it. Kuf, Kuf, Kuf.
It looks like a P.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of does. You got to remember that you're doing Hebrew. Okay? So with the letter Kuf, you can write the word for call, or calls. In the masculine, it's kore. Kore. Ends in an aleph. Kore. Write kore. And say kore.
Kore.
Kore. It also means read. That's a pretty important word. Read. Kore. We have another word, which means only, and it's rak. 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 Need a better English than that. Rak. So if you had a really strict Hebrew teacher, you might say, Rak Ivrit. You wouldn't be saying too much if you could only speak Hebrew, right? Couldn't say much at this stage. Later, yeah, you could say all kinds of things. Rak. Can you say rak?
Rak.
Rak. Okay. That is one of the letters we're learning today.
no idea.
We're going to learn a letter called Sadi. Sadi. Has a sound of tss, tss, like in pizza. Pizza. Tss. Okay. You need your footwork?
If you see Christopher, could you please tell him to come up here?
I sure will.
In fact, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's in trouble? Labor.
Anything else?
Can I grab this real
Oh, that's yours.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Grab this earlier.
Have you seen Jennifer? Do you know whether she's here?
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lee,
Dancer?
office?
She's definitely here. Okay. So with Sadi, in the script, looks like that. Okay? So if our script, Sadi looks like that, remember we have a Dalit that looks like that. And sometimes people get a little bit of a tail on their Dalit. So it's starting to look like a Sadi. But Israelis typically make this really big. They might make this small. This is a nice huge letter. And in the block, we start by going from like 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, a stroke like that, and then kind of a 7 on its side. We go 1, 2. Goes tss. 1, 2. Is there another letter that this reminds you of?
Ayin.
Yes. Ayin starts not like this. It starts the other way. Ayin starts like that, and it goes like this. Okay. So Tzadi starts from right to left. Tz. Tz.
What
Okay.
if I do it the other way with the upside down 7 and then write the thing?
I'll ask you to do it the way I'm showing you.
Okay.
So, with Tzadi, we have a word that means laugh or laughs. Starts with a Tzadi. So, chek. So, chek means laugh or laughs, and it's masculine. It's masculine verb. Tzochek. Can you say tzochek?
So heck.
Good job. Good job. Tzochek. Write it. Tzochek. Tzochek. Make sense?
Mhm.
And if somebody laughs, it might sound a little bit like this word. We have an English word chortle, which is kind of like a chuckle or a laugh. It's kind of between the two. And if you're chortling, you go, sounds kind of like tzochek. Use your imagination. That's where that comes from. It comes from the sound that it makes. Okay? And if we said it in the future to say he will laugh, we got somebody's name. Yitzchak. Yitzchak. You know what that name is? Isaac. Yitzchak. Okay, so if you can say Tzochek, hopefully you can say Yitzchak. But it takes practice. It takes practice to be able to say Yitzchak.
Yik. What?
Yitzhak.
Yitzchak.
Yitzchak.
Yitzhak.
And what does that mean?
Yitzhak.
Yitzchak. What does that mean?
Isaac.
That's Isaac?
Yeah, Yitzhak.
Yitzchak.
You can tell Isaac his name now.
Yeah.
Well, Isaac's Taiwanese, so it doesn't really apply.
Yeah, it does. That's his name.
There's a world famous violinist named Yitzhak Perlman.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He's from Israel. And one time I was watching Sesame Street Israel, and Yitzhak Perlman said, you know, I had my violin there one time, and this young woman asked me, she says, why do you put a handkerchief on your collarbone when you play the violin? And Yitzhak Perlman said, it's because the violin doesn't have a spit valve.
A spit valve. Does it really spit out on you?
This is a joke.
Oh.
This is a joke. Most violins don't need a spit valve.
That's funny.
Okay, can you say Yitzchak?
Yitzhak.
One more time.
Yitzhak.
Very nice, very nice. It takes practice to be able to say that. Yitzchak. To say, help! It's Hatzilu.
Is this your book?
I'm working off of it. Here,
Oh, you're working off of it. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
we're on page 43.
Thank you.
Hatzilu. Hatzilu. Let's put the dot right where it belongs. Hatzilu means help. Hatzilu. What would you say if you were drowning in Israel?
Hatzilu.
Hatzilu.
Do they say Hatzilu or do they say fire in Hebrew? When they...
If there's a fire?
Well, you know, here they say when you need help, sometimes it's better for you to yell fire,
Oh.
you know, get some attention better.
Mhm.
So what do normally people yell over there? Do they say
I don't-
Hatzilu?
I don't know. I'm fortunate not to know.
You didn't witness
Yeah.
it, yeah.
But speaking of fire, we know that there are different types of angels, and some of them are called seraphim.
Mhm.
A fire in Israel is called a srefa.
Seraphah.
Srefa.
So these angels help
They have a
Fire?
fiery presence.
fiery presence.
They have
Because they
fiery
live in a
presence.
torch with fire? No?
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
yeah,
You don't.
they're hard to look at, and they're scary.
Uh-huh.
Because they're a fiery presence. And there's also some serpents that were in the wilderness in the Sinai that were biting the Israelites and that they were dying.
Right.
These in the Bible it says that they're fiery serpents.
Mm-hmm.
Serpents.
Mm-hmm.
Seraphim.
Seraphim. Oh, seraphim.
The
is
same
fire.
word as the angels.
Yeah. Seraphim
Oy.
is the serpent. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the
If you
angel
say seraphim, you could be talking about angels that dwell in the presence of God, or you can
Yeah.
be talking about poisonous snakes.
Oh my goodness.
Same word,
Wow.
because of their fiery presence.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, so the snakes, it's not so much their appearance, but the way they make you feel after they bite you. You're on fire now.
That's funny.
Okay.
Okay.
And what would you say if you were bitten by one of those seraphim?
Hatzilu.
Hatzilu. Hatzilu.
Hatzilu. Oh, so that yod is just part of the E.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Hatzilu.
One more really great word. Word for Zion. I'm going to start out with a Sadi. C.
Sa.
So these two things are
C.
working together to be a vowel. C
Are you paying attention, David Daniel?
on.
David Daniel,
Yes.
what did Mr. Rick say? What two
C-O.
things are working together to make the E?
The yud and the dot underneath.
Yeah.
Which is called what? What's the dot underneath?
Aaron,
Hirek.
here.
I don't even remember the names of these vowels half the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, and the dot above the vowel there, David Daniel, is called what? Look over there.
I'm trying to.
What's it called?
Mm,
The dot over the vowel. Colon.
Column. Ding, ding, ding.
I want them to know the name so we can talk about it without saying the dot
Good,
above
good.
the dot above that.
Yeah. Okay, Sion.
So why do we say Zion? Why don't we just say Z-E-E so people would say Zion?
Sion.
Zion.
Zion.
And there should be a T-S. Why did they say?
Zion. Zion.
A lot of things happen when you're going from Hebrew to English. Lots of things. And
They should have transliterated
I
it
don't-
better.
I don't make excuses for them because I don't
Yeah.
really like them.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
either.
Uh,
David, please stop that.
like
My fingers.
whenever there's a bet or a vet
Mm-hmm.
in a name,
Mm-hmm.
the Bible, the English Bible will always treat it as a B. This will be a
Instead of a
B,
V for the.
and that'll be a B.
Okay.
Like Avraham,
Yeah, that should be Abraham, not Abraham, right? Abraham.
the biblical scholars in the 19th century, a lot of them are German, they say when we pronounce something, we don't want there to be any ambiguity. Because if there's another letter that has a V sound,
Oh, the
you don't know if it's a Vav or a Vet. So they say we're putting a dot in every Bet or Vet. So as soon as you say the word, you know it's this letter or not that letter. That's what they're doing.
That's why. Okay.
There's a beautiful Hebrew name, Yashuv.
Yeshuv.
Yashuv means he will return. He'll return. It means to repent too.
Is that a boy's girl?
It's a woman's name, and it's a man's name. It's a man's name, Yashuv. But of course, they put that dot right there in the vet at the end of the word. It turns into Yashub.
Oh,
In fact,
exactly.
then in the yud, they make it into a J, Jashub. Now, which sounds prettier to you? Or
Yeah, right.
Yashuv
Shuv.
or Jashub?
But it's the end of the word, so why would they put a dot in there? It's not the Gekafat.
I'm not making any apologies for them.
Mm-hmm. So it's wrong.
I don't.
Every
I don't
way
like
is wrong.
I don't like it. But they're doing what they do. What they said was, it's the 19th century. We don't have a native population speaking Hebrew. It's kind of a liturgical language here and there. It's kind of like Latin. We're going to do with it what we want for our convenience. And then these rascals went and made aliyah to the promised land, to Palestine. And now there's an actual native population. They go, oh, well, too late. We've already got our conventions of what we do to Hebrew. Okay. Now we have one more letter. It's called Tzadi Sofit.
Sadi Sophie. Do you know what that means, David Daniel?
Final Sadi.
Yes. So if tzadi comes at the end of a word, you have a special form. So if we start at the bottom, go to the top, loop and kind of go up. That's our script tzadi sofi. Looks kind of like a musical clef.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the treble, right?
Yeah, but in the block,
Mm-hmm.
just 2 strokes. 1, 2. Now this little curly cue here takes some practice. But the block, tzadi sofi, just goes 1, 2.
You watching David Mayim?
Tsu. Tsu. With this word, we're going to have, or with this letter, we're going to have a word which means land or country.
Eretz.
Eretz. Eretz.
Eretz.
Eretz.
Eretz.
Eretz. Eretz. Eretz.
How do you know where to put the stress? Is it always the last syllable? Most of the time, the last syllable?
Hebrew words want to accent on the last syllable.
I see. Mm-hmm.
There are different forces in play on Hebrew words. If the word is long, then if it's accented at the end, it pulls the word out of balance. So if it's like a 4-syllable word, it might not be on the last syllable.
But usually once
if
again the last.
you add a hey, if you're going to say, what if you say to the land? You're going to say ar tsa.
Oh, with the hey,
Artsa.
arts.
Okay, now if you add this hey on here to show location, that does not pull the accent.
Does
You
not.
accent the syllable before it.
Okay.
That's one of the forces in play, okay?
Because there's no vowel, so it's not a syllable. The hey,
Oh yeah, this comes with it. It's a part of it.
artsa.
Yeah.
But the hey doesn't. No, but that goes with the tzaddik.
No, it's a package deal. It comes with the hey.
No,
Because
because it's an ah sound, not the
So the
ah.
hey makes the ah sound. But even without the hey there,
That's one of the first things we learned.
Hey will
so without
will have
the
whatever
elements. Okay.
whatever vowel comes with it. It might be an a sound. You could have a
Hey.
or you could have a
Oh, and there's a rule for that. My professor gave me.
there are different vowels it can take.
Yeah,
But this is coming with this hey here.
yeah.
Now, if you have 2 sigols, we have hundreds of Hebrew words that have 2 sigols like that.
That's called a
Word-
segolet, right?
Segolet.
Segolet.
Segolet now.
Like a twin of segol. Like
Segol
Two
is this
together.
letter that looks like a
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do they call it? A bunch of grapes.
yeah.
Segol is a bunch of grapes.
Like a triangle.
Okay, so anyway, if you have 2 sigols, the accent goes here.
Oh, okay.
Word for dog,
Uh-huh.
kelev.
Uh-huh.
Word for flag, degel.
Uh-huh.
The word for bagel, bagel.
So the accent goes
We
on
have
the first.
lots of words that have these 2 sigols like that,
Okay.
and they always take an accent like that.
Is that the only rule about the segolet? I know there's something about the segolet, but
Oh, there's more to it than that.
there's more rules.
But this is at this level, this is the rule that we want.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's look on page 42, which is right across the page.
Okay.
We're going to practice reading.
Oh. You don't have to call on me. Call on David. David Daniel, yes. It's good for you.
Okay, so the first one. Try it, David. It starts out shh, shh, shh.
No vowel.
Yeah. Or, do you know where?
Doda. Shabra.
Actually, we have the dot on the left there, so that's a sing.
Oh. Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what that letter is.
That's a nun.
Oh. Na. Ha. E.
Starting out ah,
It's a patak.
ach, ach,
Ache. No.
that's a shin.
Ache.
We have a shin. It goes shh.
What's that vowel, David Daniel? Sarah. Look at Sarah. It's the same vowel.
Okay, well, this is the word that means that now. It means now. It's achshav.
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 Oh.
That's the ah sound, David Daniel. Shav. It's just like Sarah. You see
Now, I happen to think that the word achshav is extremely cool. It's
Why?
fun to say,
Achshav.
and it's fun to write too. It's a very strange word. That's why I like it. Achshav. So shh, Toda Sara Nacha Achshav. Try it again, David.
Achshav.
Doda. Sarah. I'm forgetting what that letter is.
Nun.
No.
Na. Ha. Achshav.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So we have this word that means rests. We have nach, and we have nacha.
Means to rest, David.
It means to
The
rest.
root. The noon and the.
Yeah. There was a man in Genesis 5. This man had a son. I think Lamech had a son, and he named him Noach. He said, because he will bring us rest in our old age. They named their son Rest. And this guy named Rest built this humongous box that was 150 yards long and filled it with animals.
He had no rest.
Yeah, he didn't get much rest.
The guy whose name rested on him.
Yeah, well, the rest wasn't for him, it was for his parents. Okay, Lauren, read number 2.
Okay. That's not a noon, is
Those
it?
are coughs.
Calves? Yeah, they do. Cha. Chacha.
Kacha.
Kach. Kacha. Hayelet. Ochel.
Mm-hmm.
Galita ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Udavash.
Mm-hmm.
What's davash?
Honey.
Ah, davash is honey.
Yeah. Glida is a pretty important word.
The kids ate ice cream and honey.
Yes. Thus, in this manner, the child eats.
Doesn't kacha mean so?
Mm-hmm.
Chacha
Yeah.
means thus. So.
Yeah,
Cha.
yeah. Thus, so, yeah.
That's.
Because I remember that because kaha. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes,
I didn't know that word.
yeah,
You taught them that?
yeah, yes. So to say so in Chinese, it's ma ma fu fu.
Mama fufu.
Yeah.
That's funny. Write
And
that down.
my late wife
Mama
told me
fufu.
that means horse, tiger, tiger. I learned later that it doesn't really.
Oh, what does it mean?
Yeah,
What does it say?
I don't know. I don't remember. But it's not that. It basically it means so.
Mama fufu.
Yeah, mama fu fu.
Mama
Fu fu fu
Fu.
fu fu.
It's not
Fu.
It's what?
Fu.
Mama fu fu.
How do you say fufu? How's that different from like a PP?
This is in the Chinese class. Okay,
Fufu.
let's not dwell on that.
Okay, mama fufu.
Okay, 3. David.
David.
Mm. Is that Ia or Ea?
Ah.
Hmm?
Ah. We have an aleph. And an aleph is silent. It just, whatever vowel that goes with it, that's what we say.
Well, what's the 2 dots in front of it? 2 dots in front of the line.
Oh, well, that's we have different vowels that go ah.
Yeah.
That's and that's also ah. Okay?
Okay. Cool.
There are 4 letters that are gutturals in the alphabet. Aleph, He, Chet, and Ayin. Okay? And sometimes, and a guttural, one of those 4 letters will take this ah sound. No other letter will take that type of a vowel. Okay?
So you can't be sure that it's that if you're just like going from hearing to putting it on paper, but you can be sure. Mommy, here's a vowel,
Thank you.
and then
No, I need a pen, honey.
You need a pen?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Some nice.
Yeah. Just hearing Hebrew, there are some things that you can know how to write. But between the ah sounds and the eh, there's eh and eh. It's going to take a pretty good ear to hear between these. Some speakers don't even pronounce them differently.
Oh,
But
I pronounce them kind of the same. How are they different?
This one's eh, and this one's eh. Eh,
A like
eh.
A, and this is like eh. The three dots is more like eh.
Like egg, and then is egg.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
egg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's a Canadian vowel.
A.
A.
Canadian.
Okay. And if you have a sh, it might be a shin or it might be a samich. If you have a t sound, it might be a tav or a tet. A v sound might be a vav or a vet. So a lot of times you can hear it and write it,
Yeah.
but there are a few things that you have to watch out
Right.
for.
David, Dan, what's the name of the 2 dot versus the 3 dots? What's the name of the 2 dots?
I don't know.
That's the sere, right? Sere.
Mhm.
Say that sere.
Tere.
Sere. David, Dan, I suggest you don't
Sere.
eat during class then. Okay?
This is sigol.
Sigil.
Sickle.
A sigol is a bunch of grapes.
Is that really what it means?
That's
Literally?
what it means. Absolutely.
Sigil is a bunch of grapes. Maybe I write that down. Bunch of grapes. So if I want to eat a bunch of grapes, I would say I want to eat a sigil.
Mhm.
Is that right? Oh, I have no idea. What about sere? Does it have a meaning?
I don't know.
Okay.
2 dots.
Okay. And the one that's the T, that's the kamets, right? The T.
Comments.
Kamets. David, and write that down, kamets. And the one that's just a line is the patak.
Mm-hmm.
And the reduced patak is called what? Patak something. The reduced.
This
Is that
mean
name
this?
for reduced? Yeah.
Petach Shava.
But patak shava. Thank you.
Mhm.
What does shava mean?
Shava is this vowel here. Goes like that.
Oh, shava. Okay. So that's the shava.
Is that also called shawa? Or no?
Depends on who's
Shava.
talking.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Some books say shava. You're right.
Yes.
Daniel. Very good.
Yeah. If people call it a Shawa, we'll call this letter here a wow.
A wow.
Yeah. A
Oh, instead
wow.
of instead of
Instead of a
va.
va.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people that call this a v, they're gonna say David. People who call it a wow are gonna say Dawood.
Oh, terrible. Dawood? Why?
There are lots of Arabic people named Dawood.
Oh, it's really
Yeah,
Dawood.
yeah, Arabic people naming their kids David, but they just pronounce it a little differently.
Interesting. How do you say so in Hebrew again?
Kacha, kacha,
Ka.
kacha, kacha.